Hey, what's up, guys? This is BenGGie of Legacy Invaders, and I'm here with Boots of TCGExtreme. Say hey, Boots.
Hey, Boots.
Alright, that's happened before, I think, on commentaries. Boots does pack openings over on TCGExtreme, so you might want to go check those out if you're into that kind of thing. I don't do any of that on this channel. One day, maybe. Yeah, so we're checking out my round one match against Platinum Stardust, and he is playing Invoked True Dracos, and I'm playing Infernoids, and we're going to start this up now. Alright?
All right, let the game begin.
Alright, it's a pretty quick match. If you can see the timestamp, it's about 14 minutes long. I don't want to give away what happened yet. I'm not even sure you know the result. Or you might not, I don't know.
I have a horrible memory, so I'm pretty sure I saw, but I do not remember. And yeah, this will be cool for me because I'm not super familiar with both these decks, so I'm excited to see the outcome of this.
Yeah, so if you're new to TCGExtreme, then you'll know that Boots is a noob player, so everything he sees is fascinating and interesting and new.
I'm like a kid at an aquarium. I'm just like taking it all in.
Alright, so Platinum Stardust is up top, and he plays Terraforming, searching his deck for one of many broken field spells in that deck. So it's True Dracos and Invokes, so he could be playing Magical Meltdown or a Diagram.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Diagram was that one card I bought way too many packs of Maximum Crisis for and never got one. So, oh, there's Meltdown coming out. And does that plays into the whole invoked Alistair sort of loop-de-doo that these invoked cards kind of rely on?
Absolutely. Magical
There
Meltdown
it is.
adds Alistair to your hand, and it also makes it so that your fusion summons can't be negated by anything. And there's one other thing I forget. I think you can't respond to the effects of a fusion monster on their summon.
Gotcha. And then you can do something along the lines of banish Alistair from your graveyard or something, and you can bounce it back. All I know is I played somebody at locals with this, and I was very frustrated.
Yeah, it can be a
So
little
there it
frustrating.
goes. It is banished.
Yeah, it banishes Alistair and another monster from either player's graveyard. But if the monster's in your hand, it just sends it from your hand to the graveyard. So you can fuse from your hand or banish from field or graveyard to do the fusion summon.
So it looks like you, BenGGie, decided to say, you know what, I'm going to pull my Maxi out and take advantage of the special summoning that is going to be happening right now. And looks like we have one of the invoked fusion cards.
Yeah, that is Mokuba. It has an effect that you can negate the activation or you can negate the activation of a spell, trap, or monster, and banish that card by discarding a card of the same type.
Gotcha. An invocation gets shuffled right back into the deck. So
Yeah,
that's why it's ultra annoying.
yeah, so if there's a banished Alistair, you can add the Alistair to your hand and shuffle the spell into your deck. Now, one of the benefits of playing Infernoids is what I can do is I can banish cards from people's graveyards, which is the big edge the deck has over almost every deck.
Nice. Now, I've pulled some Infernoid cards, but never played this deck. So I'm excited to see how this goes down. So it looks like you pull out an Infernoid. Is that Decatron?
Yeah, he's the only normal summon in the deck. So when you play him,
wow.
yeah, he can gain the effect of any other Infernoid. So he discarded his Glass Bell to banish my Decatron and negate its effect. But I had Void Seer, which prevents my card from being affected by his card. So,
wow, that worked out well.
yeah, so he wasted his negate, and my card is still going to resolve.
Right on. Worked out for you. So this is the only normal summon, so everything else is 5 or higher as far as Infernoids goes.
No, their levels range from 1 to 10, and they just require you to banish other Infernoids from your graveyard or your hand to summon them. But none of them can be normal summoned. Matter of fact, this one was the latest Infernoid to come out, so originally this deck didn't have any normal summons in it.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, as I like evolve and learn more decks in this game, it just like blows my mind that it's, every deck has its something special to it. And okay, so dude's cooped.
Yeah, I'm just going to pause
quick.
it here briefly and explain what happened or was going to happen. So with the Decatron, I sent the Entra to the graveyard. Entra says I can target a face-up card on the field and return it to the hand, so I was going to bounce his Mokuba back to his hand. And then the spell card there, Void Imagination, lets me fusion summon using material from my deck, so milling 6 Infernoids from my deck to the graveyard to fusion summon some giant monster. So
Nice.
and that only works if he has an extra deck monster. So I was going to summon my big fusion, and then I was going to bounce his monster, and then I was going to OTK him out of nowhere. So.
Damn, dude, that's beastly. So well done, BenGGie. The dude just foresaw. He must have played against Infernoids before and just said, "I have absolutely no chance whatsoever," and said, "Why waste my time?" Nicely done.
Yeah. Thank you. I was a little disappointed. I was hoping he wouldn't scoop because this is part of this tournament is to be entertainment, and early scoops kind of take away from what could have been seen and interesting plays that may have come up. Because I was actually gonna make a link summon there, the one decode talker in the extra deck.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because there's only 3 extra deck monsters in this tournament, and it's not a deck that's really gonna summon from there. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to get to play it.
Sure. I mean, I would have been entertained every time that I actually pulled off a decode talker at my locals the other day, and it was just, it's cool, new summoning mechanic, something new to bring to the table. So Platinum Stardust, he saw the writing on the wall and scooped, but this is only the first game. Technically, is it a game or a match? I'm still new. I forget which one to call it. First game.
They're duels, and then matches are 2 out of 3 duels.
Duels. So first duel out of 3. So he does have a chance to make something happen in round 2. So Platinum Stardust, good luck to you. And BenGGie, good luck to you, even though this has already gone down and we're just simply watching. I wish you both luck.
Thank you. So are you familiar with the WindWitches?
Not really.
Well, it specials itself, and then it has the ability to summon another one from the deck. And it tends to go into an unkillable Crystal Wing. I'm sure you're familiar with Crystal Wing.
I am extremely familiar and extremely not so good at taking out Crystal Wing. I've had people pull it out at locals before. It's very frustrating.
Yeah, so he specials that and decides not to use its effect. He just uses a Wonder Wand to draw 2 cards. Now, we were actually communicating over Discord just like we are when we were playing, so there's nothing written in the text to indicate what's going on.
Gotcha.
He flashed a second, I think it's called Crystal Bell, that one. It says Ice Bell on the screen, but I think that's a Japanese name. But he flashed it because he thought he can activate its effect twice in the same turn.
Once per turn.
Yeah, so he blew it by special summoning it. What he should have done is normal summon that first one and then use the Wonder Wand to draw 2 cards. Then he would have been able to make the Crystal Wing.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, so that's a big thing about Dueling Book, which everyone was very insistent on playing this tournament on Dueling Book, because lots of things happen incorrectly when you're in control, because a lot of people don't know their cards that well.
Yeah, I only first started playing on Dueling Book because of this tournament, because I was figuring that, if I'm going to be playing in this possibly, my teammates looks like they're going to take the reins on this one. But if I was going to be playing in this, I need to know how to use this. And yeah, I had quite a few misplays. And it's good that you guys were talking audibly because it's like so much typing, effect. But yeah, there is the chance of a misplay, just like in real life. YGO Pro definitely makes it convenient to be able to see everything that's possible. So I kind of like Dueling Book for that fact. Makes you a better duelist, possibly? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't get myself to do it without voice chat. So if I have to play someone without voice chat, I'm going to lose my mind in a later round.
So a lot just happened here. I saw a terraforming come out. I saw a bunch of stuff getting set face down. This is you, BenGGie, playing, so maybe you can quickly let us know exactly what happened.
Oh, I normal summoned my Decatron, and he responded to its effect with Ghost Ogre, which destroyed it, but because it didn't negate the effect, he still sends a different Infernoid to the graveyard to gain its effect. But it was kind of irrelevant at the moment. I don't think there was a terraforming, though.
Was it? Oh, maybe I'm just seeing what I want to see. I don't know. Oh, there's your Solemn Warning.
Alright, so he's going to show me that because he has no monsters to special it, which will let him special one from the deck. Now, I have Solemn Warning, which means I can negate the summon of any of these cards, but there's no reason not to wait until he summons the Crystal Wing. That way he can run out of all of the cards and not play them later in the duel.
Smart move. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Not only is he wasting his cards, but you can get rid of that so disturbing Crystal Wing.
Yeah, the entire engine will be gone from the deck, and I wouldn't have to worry about it for the remainder of the game.
Smart move. I am not quite at that level of duelist, but very smart.
Yeah, sometimes you have to think, how can I make one card do 3 things? And that's where you optimize plays.
So there we see the Crystal Wing, and...
Oh, that was a Clear Wing. He has to make a level 7 first, and then he synchros the level 1 there with the level 7, and then that makes that monster unkillable. So I would expect him at this point to make the Crystal Wing, and he put that back because he didn't summon it to the correct zone. And now he sent that to the graveyard and summons a Dynamite Knight. Are you familiar with the True Dracos?
A little bit, not awfully familiar. I believe Joe and Wes, I think they were playing True Draco, so I got to know it a little bit from watching some of their deck profile videos, but not awfully familiar. Once I see certain price tags on certain cards, my mind kind of shuts off. But I know that they're extremely powerful. I don't know exactly how they work, though.
Yeah, it's probably the best deck in the game at the moment because it's highly unaffected by link summoning rules. So I warninged the Dynamite Knight because that card generates advantage every turn it sits there, and he couldn't make the Crystal Wing anymore because he used his, I forgot what the little one is called, Snowbell, I think, to do a tribute summon instead of a normal summon. I mean, instead of the special summon. But now he doesn't have an unkillable Crystal Wing, he just has a pretty easily to kill Clear Wing.
Clear Wing, yeah.
Alright, so...
And Crystal Wing is what? It basically, you can negate spell or effects going off, and then if you do, you just destroy the monster?
Crystal Wing says if a monster effect is activated, you can negate that effect and destroy that card. And if you do, their monster gains attack equal to that monster till the end of the turn.
Yeah.
Also, Crystal Wing gains an attack boost every time it battles a monster that's level 5 or higher, which most of my monsters are, so that would have been a much more troublesome monster to deal with, but it was getting warninged either way.
Nice.
So Platinum Stardust passes back. I guess they have nothing but tribute summon monsters in hand. So I can just play the slow motion beatdown game.
Nice. Torture.
Yeah, slow torture. And I can't summon my other Infernoids because I don't have enough in my graveyard to banish to summon the 2 in my hand.
Gotcha. So you just attack directly, and I know you got something else up your sleeve.
Nope. I'm just going to keep beating him down. But I have trap cards. Void Feast is a very unfair trap, but it requires me to have another Void card, which I have not drawn.
Gotcha. So it looks like you already attacked. You're looking at your graveyard saying, what can I pull back? You got your Solemn Warning. It was the MST. That's what I saw. It just, that flashed. I thought it was a terraforming.
Oh, that makes sense.
But at this point, I mean, I'm trying to speculate a little bit about what Homeboy Platinum Stardust is going to do. I don't know the WindWitch Invoked too well, but it seems like he's got to find a way to get either Magical Meltdown or some True Draco field spell card to get his stuff moving. At this point, as from an unexperienced duelist point of view, it seems like he doesn't really have a lot going for him. He has nothing set in his back row, and he has got no monsters on the field. So, yeah, I don't know what he's going to do, and it looks like you are making moves. You are making some moves.
Yeah, I drew Burial from a Different Dimension, which Burial from a Different Dimension lets you return 3 banished cards from your banish zone to your graveyard. 3 banished monsters. So I was able to reload enough of my monsters into the graveyard to summon my 3,000 attack guy.
Gotcha.
And bringing him along with my 2,600 attack guy didn't leave him with enough to actually survive a hit, so he had to surrender there. At least this time the damage was on the board before he surrendered, so we get to actually see what happened. Now we're just showing each other what we had left over. That's a big thing people like to do on Dueling Book.
Yeah, I like that, because that's, at least from the little bit of experience I have with locals, it's like, you win, and then you see what you could have drew next turn to make it happen, so...
that's actually that's a bad habit for any player, to look ahead and see what would have happened, because it didn't happen, and you couldn't have made that happen.
True.
So it's definitely not something you want to become accustomed to doing, just like... saying, ooh, Raigeki was 5 cards down, because that's 5 turns,
Yeah, that's not a good way to, you might even start making excuses that way. Oh, if I would have drew this, it would have been next turn, I would have won anyway. So yeah, probably not a good habit to start, but this was a very entertaining duel, BenGGie. Well done. Platinum Stardust, you were a honorable opponent, but it looks like Heart of the Cards were on BenGGie's side, and it looks like you're moving on to round 2, my friend.
Yes, and please make sure you check out Platinum Stardust channel. I'll link that in the description below. Additionally, in the iCards above, you'll have seen a link to TCGExtreme And also, don't forget to check out YGOTolley's channel for the remainder of the Mokuba League tournament. You can always stop back in here and see our matches as well. And we'll see you guys next time. Boots will probably be back for another commentary as well.
Yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.